thoughts on how to fix Muni in the city?
90 seconds, go.
There are a variety of times facing me there. I'm Hope Johnson. I ride Muni every day to work. There are a couple of things that I think we need to do to fix Muni. I really like boarding the back doors. I think that was a great thing to speed up Muni, although it happened before. One of the things I think we need to do is take the lines, say the 5, which I ride every day, and during commute hours there'll be 3 packed in a row, and then another one won't come for 15 minutes. And I feel like that's something that the drivers could take into their own hands and have some little common sense that maybe rather than it has to be on time, if they're delayed, they can push those times back. They could also do, I know that on the 21, they did a shuttle that only goes to Stanyan. Now the 21 comes quite regularly. The 5 and other Muni lines could do that as well during commute hours. You could have one that just, because when the 5 comes down McAllister, it gets so crowded that by the time it gets down to the lower income housing, those people can't even get on, and they're trying to get to work, so they're really underserved. A shuttle that went up and down McAllister could probably resolve some of that. The other thing we need to do is, back in 2007, when we passed Prop A, they said that they would have $26 million allotted to Muni. Well, you know where that money goes? That money goes to work orders, to other city departments. Whenever the police close the street, they charge Muni for that money. We need to have oversight and make sure that that money is spent on the riders. Thank you.
Daniel Everett again, ladies and gentlemen. As I said before, ladies and gentlemen, so many of these issues tie into one another. And again, in dealing with the Muni problem, we're also dealing with a traffic problem and a parking problem as well. Now, as far as alleviating the traffic problem here in San Francisco, what we need to do is focus on the amount of cars circling the block to find parking. Anyone who has driven by the Department of Motor Vehicles or John Jay Community College has certainly salivated over the amount of spaces, over the amount of community resources going completely unused. And that is my approach to the problems facing District 5 and facing San Francisco. We need to make better use of the resources that we have currently. As far as the Muni system here in San Francisco, I agree with what was said. Certainly we have made great strides by implementing the all boarding of the buses, and I think that that has speeded things up quite a bit. But again, if we do not address the parking problems here in San Francisco, we're never going to really get to the root causes of some of the other problems as well. So again, we need to make better use of the resources we have, such as government-owned properties like the DMV and the community colleges and the other government properties here in San Francisco.
Okay, first I need a disclaimer here. I am on the executive committee of the San Francisco Transit Riders Union. Yes, and as is Henry over here, and I have to give Henry in particular props because we worked really hard to get all-door boarding to be a reality. It's something that Muni was a little reluctant to do, and I'm excited to say that there was a newspaper article. The Geary bus is boarding 7.9% faster than it was before. So this is good news, folks, and the reason it's good news is that if you can speed up the time that these trips take, it actually saves you. With every average 1 mile per hour, it saves Muni $76 million. So that's one place to find some money. So all-door boarding, if your bus isn't being all-door boarded, make a fuss because it really is working. It's making a difference. Geary is speeding up, and as is the one California. Other things we can do, and the Geary and Judah, by the way, both of them in District 5 are the 2 most used buses, or buses and Muni cars of all of them. The other good news is that we're riding Muni more. We have more Muni riding this year than ever before. The bad news, as we all know, I don't know if you saw the article about the rubber band and the the black trash bags that are holding our Muni buses together, we've got a problem, folks. It's a big problem. And half of our Muni buses are retirement age. And even though we are set to get some more, we're still in big trouble. What are we going to do about that? We can do a general obligation bond. That's one thing. Another thing, I was part of a task force to try and balance the budget for Muni. We can also do a vehicle license fee. So if those things come up, please vote for them. We want Muni to work for us. Thank you.